Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday morning, which means it is group ride day. I can only do about half an hour to 45 minutes today because we're off out as a family to a charity event where a friend of mine, his band is playing, and then they've got some stall set up and things to do for the kids. So looking forward to going to that, which means I'm a bit short for time, but I am going to jump on, catch up with people on Discord, and do as much of this group ride as I can, and then we'll catch up a bit later. It's Tuesday already. Time has absolutely flown this week. Had about 40 minutes on the group ride at the weekend. Really enjoyed that, having a chat with everyone on Discord as usual around Mercury Island. I didn't realise that the countryside tour route that I picked actually went up to the tree, so I wasn't expecting the climb that we did, but I did enjoy that. Seems to take ages to get up there. I guess it's because it's gravel, I suppose. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but jumped off there, went to see a friend's band who played at a charity event, and the event is it's called Relay for Life. It's a 24-hour event where you have a team of people and someone has to be walking around a track of about, I don't know, 200-300 meters for 24 hours. One of your team members. We as a family, my wife and I, have done it before. Didn't sign up to do it this year. We'll definitely do it again next year, I think. But it's great to catch up with a lot of people we've seen from, previous events, and catch my mate's band, which was awesome. The slight disappointment thing about it was they usually have about 40 teams, and it is normally in July. This year it was postponed until October, and they only had about 10 teams, and the place felt really quiet. There's usually stalls up doing tombolas and raffles and stuff, anything to raise money for cancer awareness and stuff. So it just felt a bit of a shame it wasn't the event that it normally is, but hopefully next year, if it's in July, it will be back to normal. And then Sunday, we went to my daughter's favourite place. We went to Legoland. Took my mum, got cheap tickets for my mum. We're obviously pass holders. Got some cheap tickets for her. She came along for the first time, and it was so nice to see my little one showing my mum around and all the things that she loves about Legoland. So we had a really nice day. So yesterday I was exhausted. I did think about jumping on last night on the bike. Couldn't do it during the day because this week has been really busy. So I was going to jump on last night, but it was, I was just too tired. So, and I haven't had the chance to today. Today is Tuesday, and I'm just walking. I've made the decision to walk to pick my daughter up from school. But I will jump on the group ride tonight. So I'll see you just before that. School pickup done, work done. You can see I've got Zwift loaded up in the background. We're about to go in about 2 minutes on the group ride. Welcome back to Andy, who's been off for a little while. He had a bit of a chest infection and he's been doing something called running. I don't know what that's all about, but it's good to have you back. Good to have you leading the ride again. So I'm going to jump on and have a chat to everyone on Discord. We have a new channel member. Thank you so much to Lee Evans for signing up on Buy Me a Coffee for channel membership. It means the world to me. Every new member that we get, that you support the channel and support what I'm doing. So thank you so much. And if that's something you want to do, support the channel in a small way, then head to buymeacoffee.com/target 2.5. Link in the description below if that's something you fancy doing. But tonight's group ride, unbanded. I felt like during the middle, going to be honest, I felt like this is a little bit tough. I couldn't get my legs moving. As you know, I've not done a lot of riding recently. And I did feel a couple of moments I stupidly got distracted with other things and dropped behind the group and had to push to catch up. And I found the catching up bit a little bit hard. But having said that, we got through the hour and I thought, well, I'm going to continue on to 35 kilometres. So I did that. And then I thought, well, I'm just going to continue on to 40. And then a friend of mine who rides with the group sometimes, Ross, wanted to have a test of his Discord setup and stuff to make sure it works so he can have a chat on future rides. And before I knew it, I'd done 50k. So I'm really happy with that because that is a huge chunk towards what I'm going to have to do on the volcano laps, 25 volcano laps in a week and a half's time. So it just turned in from a ride that I felt it was a little bit difficult. It almost felt like I could drop the pace off slightly into something more comfortable and I was all right. So I'm really happy with that. A couple of things have changed and I just wanted to talk about those since I had my I don't really know whether it was a bladder infection, kidney infection. I don't think the doctors really knew. But during that time, because I didn't feel great, I just naturally stopped drinking coffee. And there was a couple of days, after a couple of days, I don't know if anyone's ever been a strong coffee drinker or drunk a lot of caffeine and then has gone cold turkey. It can knock you for six a little bit. And part way through that, I had a cup of coffee. The headache went away. I was having a bad headache and didn't feel great. I mixed that in with how I was feeling at the time. Wasn't too great, but I had a coffee, went away. And then a couple of days later, I got to the same stage. I hadn't had a coffee again. It's my nature to get up and I'd have a cup of coffee and my breakfast at the same time just to start the day. And then I'd have another cup of coffee in the afternoon. I used to drink coffee all day. Since my stomach problems, I've kind of limited and dropped that down to say I have 2 a day. I did at a stage cut it out completely, thinking that was potentially a contributor towards my stomach issues. And I cut it out, but it didn't seem to have much effect. However, this time, my stomach feels a lot more settled than it has done in a very long time. Now, it could be for many reasons. It could be because it's a placebo effect. I'm just thinking it's better. It could be I've been through stages before where I go through 3 or 4 weeks where I feel nothing and then get either hit seriously with it or just a few days of being uncomfortable. But touch wood, since I haven't really had anything. So I'm going to continue with the cutting out of the coffee, which is a bit of an uncomfortable thing for me because we often go out for a coffee at the weekends, or I'll pop over and grab a coffee from Costa. We've got a Costa very close to the house. If I'm going to join a meeting or something, or we've got a coffee machine downstairs, I make myself a coffee. So it's a little bit weird. It's affected what is kind of my social life in a way because we meet friends and have coffee. But I guess it's not as healthy or as good, but I have switched it to a hot chocolate or something just to have something different. But it seems to have settled down a little bit. And along with that, for a long time in my 20s, I used to drink a lot of Pepsi Max and Diet Coke, which I cut out sort of mid-30s, I think. It's just not really having much at all. And I cut down to 1 can a day with dinner of Pepsi Max, and it just sort of became my a bit of a habit. But along with the coffee, that sort of disappeared too. And, for both of these, I'm never going to say they're never coming back. But at the moment, I'm not having them, and I feel pretty settled. So, hey, hopefully I'm on to a winner. Talking about winners, don't forget the competition to win this plaque from Petter Mac. Link in the description below to a Google form where you can answer the question, what was the route for the first ever T2.5 group ride? Fill in your details below and you'll be in the draw, and I'll draw it ready for the vlog out on Sunday. So if that's something you're interested in, link in the description below. Get in with a chance to win this. I am in the middle of a really busy couple of weeks. As you know, I left the group ride early on Saturday after about 40 minutes because I had to shoot off to go out for the afternoon. We went to Legoland on Sunday. This weekend coming, I'm actually at a wedding on Saturday. I might be able to join the group ride for the very beginning part. I don't quite know what time we're leaving yet, but Craig Finlayson has very kindly said he would step in and run the ride for me. So if you want to come to the ride on Saturday, make sure you're following Craig Finlayson in Zwift so that he can send you a ride invite. The sign-ups are in the same place, in Spond and in the Google Forms, but they'll just come from Craig. And then Sunday, I'm out at the new Tottenham Hotspur Stadium to watch the NFL, which I'm really looking forward to because it's a stadium I really want to go and see. It's been 2 years now since the NFL was in London, so really looking forward to that. So another really, really busy weekend. So I'm going to try and fit more rides around it. Obviously, partly in my mind today was to do some extra miles to make up for the fact that I won't be riding much at the weekend. I'm going to try and get some stuff in back end of this week and early the week after, as long as I'm not falling asleep from tiredness. But we'll see how we get on. Then the other group ride we got this week is the ride on Thursday night, which is our race night, TT race night. So everyone rides on TT bikes, and we've gone with quite a long and hilly route. 2 laps of Lady Liberty in New York. I think that is going to be more of an endurance race for some, definitely me, and I'm likely to fall to the back of the decap, I would imagine, just because it's got a hill in it and it's a longer ride. But I thought it would be interesting to do some slightly longer rides and mix some of the races up a little bit if we can. So that was the thought behind that. Maybe doing it in a TT race, maybe that wasn't the best idea, but it's a challenge, isn't it? Everyone's up for a challenge. So sign up for those rides below. As I said, links to Google Forms or link to Spond, where you can get the instant invites from myself when I set them up. But that is the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, do hit like, subscribe, and I will see you on Sunday.